Hello and welcome to this first lecture of the new section on marketing in this course on pre-MBA for undergraduates. So in this section, we're going to teach you about how to do marketing to manage a business successfully. And we will give you, obviously being a short course, we will give you a helicopter view of how can you do a quick short helicopter view of how can you do successful marketing. And in this lecture particularly, we will talk about, let's look at what is involved in marketing, right? So what do you think? What is involved in marketing to run a business successfully? Any thoughts? We have looked at successful business requires you to have a winning business strategy based on company strengths and weaknesses, personal values of implementer, utilizing industry opportunities and threats, and broader societal expectation with having right product lines and right markets. And the first step then is to see how can we market those products to those target markets. So what is involved in that marketing? Any thoughts? See, basically at a very narrow level, marketing is a very broad term. It is used right from product finalization to anything under the sun practically. So we would use a very narrow definition of marketing in this context of successfully marketing, doing marketing for a successful business. And in this, the core role of marketing is to generate demand for your products and services. No one else does that in the company. It's only the marketing who has the responsibility. So the key question that you need to ask, decision that you need to make as a marketing person is how do you generate the demand for your products and services and how would you implement those decisions? Part related to that or part of that are deciding what are the key marketing tasks. No one else, no function has that responsibility or ownership in terms of what are the key marketing tasks between awareness, trials, and repeat business. Communication is one piece that remains with marketing completely. So, what will you communicate to your target customers and how? What media will you use? How much will you communicate? Where and to whom? So, these are the key decisions that you need to make in a kind of a narrow definition of marketing. Now, in a broader term, as you will see, you also would oversee the decision on pricing. You would also see product development. You would also look at sales and distribution. So there are very wide things, but the core things, if I were to say, where you have 100% leeway, 100% ownership is are these areas. So how would you go and make these decisions and implement them? Any thoughts? So there are four steps that you need to take in the marketing, and these are not taken by everyone, but as a marketing as a function. It starts with making a portfolio investment strategy, and these are normally made by the head of the marketing function, the marketing director, and in consultation, obviously, with the business head. So you make the marketing portfolio strategy, and we will tell you what that strategy would mean. It's a very strategic decisions, right? Once you have made the marketing portfolio investment strategy, then you formulate marketing plans for what is called the star part of your portfolio. And what those star parts are, we will go ahead and see that. And that is normally done by the product managers or the brand manager in consultation with the marketing manager. A typical marketing function is normally a three-layered function headed by a marketing director, and under the marketing director they could be marketing managers, and the marketing manager they could be product or brand managers. Now if your product line is shorter, if you have a portfolio small, you might even have a flatter organization of a marketing director and brand managers. So it is the brand managers and product managers in consultation with marketing managers who are responsible for formulating marketing plans for the star category of products. The third step will be, once you formulate those marketing plans, to implement these marketing plans to realize the company's goal, central goal of revenue, market share, and profitability. And that's the implementation. And finally, you need to monitor and analyze the result. If you were to, so that's what you need to do to make those decisions and implement them. So what does the portfolio investment strategy look like? Let's have a quick look at before we go into the next module about how can you formulate that. That question we will leave it for later. So let's look at how does it look like. See, ultimately, the portfolio investment strategy maps all the products that you have, the product lines, or it could be category of products, on two dimensions, basically from the point of view of where should you invest your resources. And as I said, it's a key decision at a director level in consultation with the business heads. So you decide where should you invest. So you kind of you have four category of products here. There are products that are high on market attractiveness, high on probability of success, and this is what you call your stars. So here you can have a good chance of being successful, and you are likely to get market is attractive, so likely to get good returns, and that's where you maximize your resources. So that's the star category. In this category, one of the projects that we did for BIC, women's ready shaver and men's single blade ready shavers are falling in that category of star products. Then there are other category of products that are where the market attractiveness for some reason is low, but you still have a good chance of success. So this is where you say my future will not depend on them because market is not that attractive from future point of view, but I'm still good at it. So let me continue with that. And this is where you start making money. This becomes your kind of cash cows. So you continue there, you reap benefits to put the money into the stars there. The third category is where you have neither the market is attractive nor the probability of success is low, is high. Probability of success is low, and then you say these are the places I should get out of because even if I don't have a chance of being successful and the market is neither attractive, so why waste time and effort in doing that? The fourth is where the attractiveness is high, but you do not have the resources, so you go into resource development here. So this is what a marketing portfolio investment strategy looks like, and it is all about deciding where would you put your resources. So typically your financial resources you would put on star. On the high attractiveness and low probability, you put your manpower in terms of mind, brain. People's mind you will put on that. So let's crack. How can we get the resources and how can we improve the probability of success? So that's what a portfolio investment strategy will look like. Let's also look at simultaneously what does a marketing plan look like, because we're going to look at in one of the subsequent modules how do we formulate that. So what does a marketing plan look like? Any thoughts? So a marketing plan is a many pages document. And here you see a 17-page document, and this is an actual document that we did for BIC. It would start with objectives. What is it that you want to achieve? Description of market structure and analysis of competition, an overall strategy of who would you target, what will be your key marketing tasks as you see, and then brand positioning, what will you offer that your competition does not offer and why, where does your product stand today, what improvements do you expect in terms of product strategy, what is your pricing strategy, what's your sales and distribution strategy, how would you communicate and promote. And then it comes to the implementation part where you start putting action plans, budget summary, financials, and upsides and risks. So that's what a marketing plan looks like. So as you see here, the marketing has at a strategic level a much wider role. You go across and run that particular product or brand as a business and you decide everything possible related to marketing, right from the overall marketing strategy, segmentation, targeting, positioning, product, pricing, distribution, and promotion. And then you make sure that you with a team you implement. You don't implement anything practically because you are a very you are a manager with no one reporting you other than maybe the agency. So that's what a marketing plan would look like. So what do we do next? So in the next we get on to the meat of how do you make a invest portfolio investment strategy. Now many of them would not have a chance initially unless you reach at a marketing manager or marketing director level, but it will be good to understand that philosophy and that process to give you an insight of how should you what would attract investment from the company. So that's what we will look at in the next module. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture of marketing in this course on pre-MBA for undergraduates. I hope you're beginning to learn again new things, beginning to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture.